I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna wait and see
How it evolves.
how this shakes out. Yeah, I did have something I wanted to do, but I don't know.
I think it's live.
Oh, it looks like we're live.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I've been working on those chibi Spider-Mans, like just the different versions of Spider-Man
Yeah.
for forever. I started making sticker proofs of them, but when I started doing that, I was like, hey, this would be a cool spread in the art book. Like, just have all of them on like a one page or spread it over 2 pages and just like have them all over the place.
hmm
So I started working on more of those, sketching up the symbiote Spider-Man. So maybe that's what
So,
I'll work on.
so you taking them in and then cleaning it up digitally?
Yeah. So I'll just all of them really. I did like traditional sketch, color, everything, and then I just took them into Clip Studio and just redid the line work
Oh, okay.
digitally.
Fun times.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun when it's done. If it ever, if it comes out the way that I'm imagining. That's up in the air, though. You never know.
You'll find out soon enough, I guess.
Yep. So what have you been up to?
Not a hell of a lot. Been crazy busy the last couple of weeks. Like, just work's been busy, which is good. Right, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But it's interfering with my arts and crafts time. So
Right.
um, when I do have time, I have to work on set stuff.
Yeah, and that it's fun at first, but then it becomes a drag at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's I took a break yesterday and today. I'm just working on some larger things, just because what I'm doing with the set that I'm working on now was kind of faster
Oh,
because I'm doing the headshots.
oh,
But
that's a good idea.
so it's great, but putting out two, three cards a day instead of one, but it's still a little draining.
All
So
right.
I got a little bit of sketch card fatigue. Oh, look, Jalen Warner. Let's add him to the group.
Jalen Warner.
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
What's up?
we're live,
Uh,
so watch your mouth.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this is a PG chat. I'm still in Disney mode.
Got it. The
I'm just kidding.
darn it, I was just gonna do sketches or thumbnails as well, and then I was actually thinking of that exact pose that you're
Oh,
doing,
really?
Gordon. Yeah.
Oh, so you can do the same pose in two different styles.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to flesh out just the positioning to um
Well, you can draw whatever
use.
you want as long as it's Spider Man.
Is that it? Is
I
that
don't know,
the
just
that's the rule?
yeah, it's got to be It's Spider Man week. I think the dust is finally starting to settle on that.
Wait, Spider-Man week. What do you mean?
Oh, the Unbound thing.
Oh yeah.
You forgot already?
Yeah, you know what? The after Monday, I kind of went back to normal.
Checked out. Hi, she spins.
Some people got very upset about that.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was a fun. That was a weird thing.
Yeah, let's not rehash that. It seems like it's been such a long week. because of it. Like I had like 7 conversation on it. The
Yeah.
topic, the chats on what's that app called? They're calling it Treehouse, but it's not Treehouse.
It's
Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's the one. All the Clubhouse talks, they're all. Yeah. We'll see what character they announce for this Monday.
How many weeks do they have left?
9, I think.
Yeah, I
So-
know.
So we'll see. I doubt it's going to be a crazy character back to back, but it's going to be interesting to see the impact that this past Monday had on the collectors and how many new people it drew in that are now going to go crazy for the whole set. But anyways, enough about Unbound.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not working for me.
Maybe you should draw bigger and closer to the camera and on camera.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing thumbnails. So you know what? I'll just work on what I've been working on.
Ah, dude, work on whatever you want. I'm just
Well, no, I'm kind of like all over the place right now, but
okay.
I was
Well,
like, I gotta warm up is actually what I gotta do. So I haven't touched a pencil today.
touch the pencil.
I was trying to wrap up some cards I had. I still have 2 left. Earlier today.
This is you talk about a set?
Yeah. I mean, it's one that's already been announced. So, I mean, I guess I don't know if I can say that I'm working on it or not, but
I don't.
I'm not
don't
forcing you to say anything you're not supposed to say. So
Oh man. Whew. So what have you guys got going on this weekend?
track. My daughter's got a track meet tomorrow, and it's gonna be fun. She only likes to do like 2 events, so it's kind of brutal to sit through the whole thing, knowing that you're just waiting for those 2 things.
Yeah.
But this is her first year of doing that. Oh, shoot, I didn't scoot it over far enough. Dang it.
dang it.
Have I ever showed you guys this? This is some sketch I did like a long time ago. Last
that-
year sometime.
Venomized SpongeBob.
It's a Carnage SpongeBob.
That's awesome.
Eventually one day I'm going to finish it, but I just don't know when that is. It's on my stack. I like to cut
I like the
card.
I like the eyelashes on it.
Yeah.
You would.
I like to cut cardstock to different sizes just so I can draw on different sizes for whatever videos or sketch card sizes a little bit bigger and all that stuff. So like I have a stack of cut paper on my desk,
Mm-hmm.
and it just had that was sitting over there. So I figured I'd just let him breathe a little bit.
He needs to catch some air. That's the Five Meister to hop on too, but I don't know if he's online.
That's
What?
cool.
J5,
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
that grumpy old man.
Let's see. Just tag him and see.
Well, I messaged him, so
Oh, did you?
yeah.
Okay.
It was, dear sir, I hope this message finds you well. Should you care to join in on the festivities, your company would be greatly appreciated.
Let's see. Does it say who's It's not even telling you when people are who's on, who's watching.
It's showing 5 watchers in StreamYard, but I don't know.
It
I haven't
says
checked my
3. It says 3 on the Book of Face.
Let's see. I didn't share it anywhere.
Oh,
That might have something.
You don't want anybody to see this. You're embarrassed of your guests.
Yeah, if that's what channel was watching. Yeah, I don't know.
So that Spider-Man's a commission that you're working on?
Yes. Call it a commission.
It's very McFarlane looking.
It is extremely McFarlane looking because it is based off a McFarlane sketch. But the guy says, I want a McFarlane like Spidey. I'm like, well, if you want McFarlane like Spidey, Google Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. All right. And then I had the brilliant idea of, oh, let's draw background.
Haha. What a sucker.
All right. Dumbass move. So then, okay, how am I going to treat this? So, photocopy.
I always think that when I get to like the end of a sketch card, I usually save the background for after I've colored the figure and done, everything else. And then I get to like, I should do a background here. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to put some colors in there.
Originally, I was just going to do my like cosmic sprinkles, but the guy's like, oh, it'd be cool if you could do a background. I'm like, yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it? And then, of course, I didn't plan it for a background, so like,
oh yeah, you got to try and stuff it in there somewhere.
Well, I didn't plan it, so then I'm like, I'm gonna do the perspective. So I had it's a 3-point perspective, so one vanishing point's here, right by his eye. The other one's like down here. So I had a piece of paper taped here, so I can do
grid.
The grid, and then I'm like, that's good. I'm not doing 4 points, so all the rest of the lines are horizontal. Matt McDonald's in the house watching. Yeah, so Gordon's doing symbiotes. Warner's doing, I don't know, he's doing stick figures. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
what's up, Elmer? Elmer's also in the house. Oh, look at Gordon with his kneaded eraser.
Yeah, I love those things.
Using real tools.
I don't know if y'all remember one time, but I was complaining about how my color erase pencils would always break when I sharpened them. And then y'all told me about the actual pencil sharpener, so I had to go out and get one. And it doesn't break anymore. Y'all were right. It's crazy.
So here's the other thing. The blade on the sharpener dulls with time, which is a very obvious concept, but it never occurred to me. So I have my Blackwing like long point sharpener, and at one point like the lead started snapping, and I was like, "What the hell, man? This is a $20 sharpener." And then you look at it, they come with a spare set of blades. So I changed the blades, and like, well, look at that, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was a $20 sharpener, was because it came with spare blades.
Yeah.
But then I went on Amazon and I bought 2 of them for $12. So, Elmer says he's got a battery-powered eraser and I love it. Very light over the paper and pulls out colors.
Okay, we're back.
Those things are pretty cool, Elmer.
I definitely think that like there's definitely situations where different erasers work better. Like my kneaded eraser doesn't work the best in every situation, but it's kind of just the one I default to.
Doesn't work too well with the coal erase, right?
No, it's not great. So sometimes I have started using some of the color erase erasers. I used to never use them because I didn't think they worked well, but then I figured it out. It was just the kneaded eraser that didn't do it well. It works a little better when it's new. But
The
over
eraser
time,
or the
yeah,
pencil?
the eraser picking up the color erase. It works a little bit better when it's new, but after you've been using it for a while, it kind of stops
Yeah.
being very helpful.
I just picked up a new one because I didn't have. Because to your point, you get different erasers are better for different applications. So, but I had blown up a the gum eraser, the art gum. So
Uh-huh.
I ended up getting a new one, and I haven't used it yet because I haven't needed to. But my go-to has always been these. What are these? These tough sticks,
Yeah,
tough
the
stuff.
tough stuff. These
Yeah,
guys.
those.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna. I'm not hiding it anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll right into it.
Oh, ooh, that's looking good.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
So,
It's dope.
Is that a commission?
yeah, it is.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
So I just gotta tighten some things up. I think I'm gonna do a wash over it, like an ink wash. Maybe I'll do that first.
So you're doing an ink wash over it after you've already done all that other stuff. So
Yeah,
what is
just
that
to
gonna just? Okay, go
well,
ahead. Sorry.
it's gonna well, it gives it a little more shadow and a little more like a because I'm using a sepia tone,
Okay.
so it'll give it a little bit of a warmer tone. But
Almost kind of like a filter over it.
yes, yeah, exactly. But it's not going to be even. I'm actually going to play with the shadows
Okay.
and stuff as well.
It's like I know nothing about all that, so I'm really interested.
Yeah,
So
well,
you were gonna start tinkering with washes. Right?
Yeah, I'm going to eventually when I get these last two card sets that I'm working on out of my hair, and then I have more time to devote to just working on that book stuff, and then I can toy around because I wanted to. Well, I mentioned about sending some sketches to you with that other commission,
Mhm.
so I was going to do some of that, just some sketches to send you on like some mixed media paper or whatever paper I need to do it on. And then I was also around that time going to start doing some sketches to fool around with too, just to kind of mess with it.
All right.
At least that was my plan.
Huh.
I love it when a
It takes
plan
your
comes
plan.
together. Oh man, I gotta
Ooh,
clean this.
didn't even erase the pencil this time. Forgot to. Oh well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing that toy box set for Ryan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I kind of before we went on our trip, I kind of mowed through a lot of the cards and sketched a bunch of them, but now I have to like go back and ink and color them, and that's kind of don't have the motivation to do that at the moment.
Oh,
I can really tell which part of the process I enjoy the most.
okay, this part I don't.
Hey, am I freezing up on you guys?
You
You're
just
a
kind
little
of flashed off for a second.
Yeah, I keep getting like this. Oh, I got a bad connection, kind of a thing going.
somebody microwaving.
No, I don't know. Oh, so the other day, check this out. This happened the other day. My neighbor comes by and asked me, "Hey, when you redid the kitchen and stuff, did you do all the electrical too?" I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "Do you know anything about it?" I was like, "I know somebody who knows about it, and but I can definitely fry a few screwdrivers if you want me to." And so went over there, and
Hey, Mark. Hey,
apparently,
Kevin.
it,
There.
so he apparently he was mining Bitcoin and changed his and changed his settings or something, and blew a fuse, right, in his circuit breaker box. So we go through the whole thing, and it was like, but what was weird was when you look at the breaker box, like one of the breakers was like half in, half out, kind of a thing.
What does that mean?
So he well, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, so trying to figure it out. It was just kind of like a little bit of a loose connection on it, and so I go, okay, well, just we'll take the cover off and stuff, and then we'll look at it, and then if we need to, I think I have a spare breaker, uh, and then um, because they stopped making this particular brand or this particular type of breaker, and so on and so forth. So there's like they don't make these breakers anymore. That
You
you
gotta
can't
find
find
someone
them.
that's got old backstock, right?
Right. And I did, so that's where I got mine. But I mean, if I need to add any more, it's you got to replace the whole box because I think I have like the last of them.
Oh
Um,
God.
so, anyways, so I go over there and we're going through this thing, and we kind of he takes the panel off, and then I come back and it's like completely dark. He's like, "Yeah, I hit the master breaker when I took the panel off, so now everything's out." And I'm like, "Okay." So we swap out the breaker, you know, plug everything back in, turn it on, nothing, still nothing. It's like, no, this isn't right. So we're going through this, going through the wiring, legend or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, it says it's the garage, and the way that it's wired because it's on the other side of the wall is what the garage is. It's tied into that circuit where he had this whatever miner thing plugged into, right? Well, it was a different, as it turns out, is the outlet that actually blew was the same, or at least the circuit that blew from the mining thing was not the one that seemed like it was popping out. And it was actually the same. He's mining he's mining cryptocurrency and charging his electric car on the same circuit, and it's a 15 amp circuit.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good use of anything.
So
Um,
so I
Mark
told him,
says trip to GFI or GFL.
no,
Trips on.
yeah, it was just a circuit breaker in the box itself, not the GFCI.
Oh,
The which is, yeah,
hey,
I
Paul.
mean, yeah, that's the other thing is that just pop in a GFCI outlet, right? That makes way more sense.
Yeah, I don't know
But
what
then
any of that means.
then it was like, well, what's this one go to? I said, oh, that's your 220. I was like, why don't you just hook up your crypto mining thing to a 220? And he goes, oh yeah, I could do that. I can get the converter and blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, what do I need that for? I said for like an electric, dryer. He goes, well, my dryer's gas. I was like, yeah, that's why I pulled the 220 out of my breaker box.
Yeah, your dryer for the laundry is gas?
Yeah.
Huh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I've got a gas one too.
What?
Even though that was a
What?
thing.
Can I try it?
No,
You said I.
no, not right now.
Why? What do you do?
Guys.
Put her on!
She wants to join the stream. She's asking for some cardstock and some markers.
Have at it.
Do it.
Well, she's got her own markers. She doesn't need mine.
Come on, Daddy. Give her the Copics.
Nope. Put it back. No.
Some cardstock though.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of having fun listening to the conversation he's having. Can't have my Copic. Is it Copic or Copic?
I always say Copic.
Stop, it's mine.
Yeah, I don't know what the official.
Love it.
So, what you okay? You guys head out for a second. Bubba, hey,
I'm taking these.
all right, yeah, those are yours. Go ahead. So we were trying to bribe my third grader to try out for the cheerleading team just to get her to just get involved and do it. I mean, I don't care if she makes it or not. But so like I tried to like bribe her. So I was like, yeah, do you want like an Apple Pencil or and like she didn't care. She didn't want anything. And then I said, what if I help you run your YouTube channel? Which I never should have said. The only
No.
reason I said it is because I thought she was gonna say no. Because I thought she was like so dead set against it that she never would have said it. And
What
she's like,
grade?
oh yeah. She's in third grade.
Yeah, dude. They don't actually stop interacting with you until like middle school. They're always on board for everything up until middle school. Then they pretty much you can
Disown
just
you?
disappear for like 2
Yeah.
years.
Just keep the fridge stock. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's my relationship with my teenager is well, it's a little rocky.
Yep. So now I have to.
But does she know you're a celebrity?
Yeah, does she?
Well, first of all, I think that's pushing it when you say celebrity. But yeah, but it's just like everything else with teenagers. It's whatever.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't. They're like, I mean, you could say the same thing about like, actual celebrities. Yeah, are your kids, impressed that you're on this TV show? Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Sorry, Mark's saying and Wi-Fi, so I missed something. Oh, keep the fridge stocked and the Wi-Fi on, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, and keep paying the phone bill.
Yeah.
That's the cell phone bill.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
not looking forward to
I think
that.
that's the biggest fight right now. Is that the damn cell phone?
So
Is
she does not have a cell phone currently, but she has my wife's old cell phone that she just uses on the Wi-Fi to play like Roblox and stuff. So
right,
like I'm not looking forward to the day where she actually has a cell phone.
dude. And you know what? I was so against it, but like when she went into middle school and we held out for a long time. And I mean, there were kids that were like in 5th grade getting, cell phones. And I was like, no, what does she need it for? She's not, doing anything. So, and then when she got to middle school, they started doing intramural stuff and, after school stuff.
You just needed to get in touch with her, yeah.
So yeah, there was a reason for her to have it. But of course I was fighting on the side of, well, then she doesn't need anything more than a flip phone.
Right.
And that I got, clearly outvoted on that. But that's going to be the threat these days is, all right, I'm taking, because I think she's got a better phone than I do. She's got, what are they up to on the iPhones?
I don't even know.
85? 14?
85? I think I have like a 12 maybe. Maybe it's I don't know, or 11. I don't know what it is.
13,
who cares?
14,
As long as
something like that.
so
Yeah, I quit iPhone.
I can't.
You two hooked into the Apple ecosystem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all. I got everything I got 3 Macs, plus my iPad and iPhone. Well, 3 iPhones apparently. One
Yeah.
that's the battery's dead. The other one is, and what pisses me off is that the one I just wanted to get the battery changed on my old one, right? And they were like, "Oh yeah, they don't even make these anymore. You can't, because that was an iPhone. Was it the SE? So it was when they brought back the iPhone 5. So it was like an iPhone 8, I think, but it was the SE version, or maybe it was the 9, and it was just SE. But anyways, they were like, oh yeah, and now they brought it back again, didn't they? Isn't there a new
It's
one
like
out now?
their
There's like
their
a
bottom end.
Pro Max or something.
Mm.
I don't even know.
Freaking, but I love it because it's not like walking around with a tablet in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
And
don't
it's
like the giant phones.
I mean, it's just one of those things where the bigger it is, the more you're gonna fart around on it.
See, I mean, Warner, you're older, so you lived this. Gordon, I think you're still a youngin, so like I didn't get a cell phone till I was 19, and I was at college, and I won it at Molson Canadian, which is a beer company. They had an event, and I
I
won a
like
cell phone.
Molson
won it.
Golden.
So I got a phone. Like I had a pager up till then, but like through high school, nobody had a cell phone. Every now and then, somebody would show up with a cell phone that's like their dad's phone.
It's cool.
And I gave her $8.
Oh, I want to hear the story about the $8.
She's
He was
She
trying
just bought
to.
some in-app stuff.
she's hustling the 5-year-old.
He was
She
trying.
sold him a pencil drawing of a dog's face for $8.
He tried to make me give him make him give me 10. He tried to give
Wow.
me 10, but I told him to
I need to raise my rates.
Is anybody gonna get me more money?
Yeah, if you get a job.
Dude, I mean, it's inflation, man. I mean, what's a going rate for the Tooth Fairy now?
I don't know if I want to put that on record. Not.
Now Lucy's not getting any more of my money.
That's a good idea. Keep it that way.
That's awesome. Everyone's hustling.
Mm.
But my point was about the cell phone because you said like, oh, she's got like after school activities and stuff like that. I didn't have a phone when I was doing stuff after school. I get like stuck in detention or something and run late. I don't know. My parents never knew where I was.
Yeah. I think I got one when I started driving. I think that's when I got one.
Let's see. My first cell phone. Oh gosh, what was my first cell phone? Was when I was.
This one is spot where I put it.
I want to say 31.
Man.
It was like,
Was it a Nokia brick phone?
no, it was like an old the Sprint, um, with the walkie-talkie thing.
Those the
The
mic phones.
Nextel Sprint
The
thing.
Nextel, that's what it was. It was the Nextel.
Yeah,
I had
Those
an old
phones were awesome.
I
They
remember
were.
those.
Yeah, I stuck with Nextel for a long time, and it was one of those things where, because I was working in the city, so which they were awesome, but they were also irritating as heck because I'd be on the train, commuting into the city, and there were a bunch of people that had
Okay.
Nextels, and
It's
then
not
they'd
right
like
now.
be talking via the walkie-talkie, like in the middle of a train car. So not only did you have like a guy in the train car screaming over the noise from the train, but you also had like this screecher on the other end of the walkie-talkie, and everybody got to hear the thing, and it irritated me because by that time, because I never did the walkie-talkie on the train until I got my, what was it, I-90, my Nextel I-90, which was a flip phone.
With a color screen, right?
No, didn't have color screen. Well, wait, no, that one did. I think my I-60, the I-60 and I-90 were basically the same thing, but I
Oh,
think
I
the
like that
I-90,
Venom.
I think the I-90 had the color screen, but the I-60 didn't. But like so it might have been my I-60, but that actually had the option where you could like do the walkie-talkie through the earpiece instead of like out in the open.
Oh, nice.
So everybody can hear it. Yeah. All right, I got to bail.
Gordon, you
Baby's
should see if
starting
your
to wake
daughter
up.
can sell that.
Yeah, I should. I should tell her to take it to school. See if her
Take
friends
this
are
one,
willing
see
to
how she
pay
get
for
for
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? What you do is you should sell it to her for $8.
Yeah, I was about to say if I don't get at least $8 for it, I'm gonna be upset.
Cool, man.
All right, Cass.
All right.
Yeah, sorry I don't have much time today, but I'll catch y'all on another one.
Hey, no,
I enjoyed catching up.
Just have your daughter start streaming instead.
Well, I'm gonna start running her YouTube channel, so that may. All right,
Okay. Later, man. Have a
All
good
right.
weekend.
later, y'all too.
That's hilarious.
That yeah. Boy, oh boy. He's got his hands full.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Add a little more. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, back in the day, it's definitely there was, before the days of cell phones or whatever. First of all, your parents couldn't wait to get you out of the house and just, kick you out and lock the door for like the entire day. Just
Go
be
to
home by
work.
dinner. So, oh man. Any word from Jay or?
No. He's not
He,
as.
you know what? No, you know what? No, he because he was he was just talking about this the other day. Because he had been doing the freelance work, right? For
Yeah.
well, he got brought on full time.
Oh, okay.
So
So he's got to be a lot busier now.
well, yeah, but also he may be like in not only busier, but maybe even in the office. Because I mean, there were times where he would be traveling, or
Yeah.
commuting into the thing, and that was during the. But now that he's full time,
He might be doing a lot more of that.
yeah, especially with things opening up and stuff. I mean, with things opening up, like my wife's company, they're kind of saying, okay, well, for next month, it's going to be like show up in the office like once a week,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a thing. And I think that next month it's going to be like up to 3 times a week.
Oh, they're slowly. easing
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. And that was kind of the game plan prior to, some of the restrictions getting lifted. So it may even, you know, speed up,
Yeah.
but she's kind of in a situation where her boss isn't even in the same zip code, so he's not showing up. So why should she, kind of a thing? Especially when like most of her work happens, overnight. But yeah, so I think that I want to do, and it's kind of a shame because that bullseye painting is gone. I say a shame, but I'm not really ashamed of it. Um, but yeah, I was like, I was going to do the next painting was going to be like a daredevil. So I got to work out, a cool pose and composition for that at some point. But then
Sorry,
again,
came in.
you got it's so funny because you see something, you're doing something, you're like, all right, yeah, that's pretty cool, and then you see somebody do something else, and you're like, oh, like for instance, oh yeah, I'm gonna jam on some sketch cards because so and so I saw so and so's sketch cards and those are pretty cool, so I need to dial into that, and then you turn around and you kind of get rolling on that, and then all of a sudden somebody pops up like a new sketch cover, and you're like, oh, I want to do a sketch cover, and then somebody turns around and posts like a full size piece, and you're like, oh, I got to get back to doing that.
Yeah, that's
So
you got to prioritize. I've been trying to do that the last couple of weeks. Is just work on things in priority, but I was telling
it's a little tough
Florida.
because I think that in some ways, like for instance, if you have, well, I mean, you can speak to this. Like for instance, if you're working on a set of cards,
Yeah,
right? I mean, when you're done with that set and you ship it off, I mean, the last thing you want to do is pick up a sketch card and start working on that.
yeah,
You know?
and like the sketch card fatigue's a real thing. Like
Oh,
I
it's
was
a
telling Gordon before you came
real
on,
thing.
I've been doing a lot of them, like 2-3 a day for the last 10 days, and I got like almost 30 done, which is great because
Right.
my timing. But I'm like, okay, I can't do another sketch card, and I have a sketch card commission that heavy paint, a lot of layers and stuff like that, so it's got to dry. And I'm like, I'm afraid to do the next layer because my head's not in it, and I
Yeah.
don't want
No,
to
you're not in the
like
right headspace.
especially for a commission, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll just
Yep.
set it aside. I'll take it home on the weekend, see how I feel tomorrow. But
Yep.
that's why I'm doing this one now. There's no rush to do this one, and then the
But
other
it's
one
bigger.
but exactly, it's bigger and it's different. And the other one that I'm working on that I can't show, but it's like, okay, I
Yeah,
just need to
I'm
change.
not even sure I can show this. I mean, I can. There's
Whatever.
no rules against it, but yeah, usually I turn around and just do a sketch card and then send it off. Nobody has a clue what they're getting. And to be honest, I don't think he does either at this point.
Yeah, he
I
tunes
mean,
in. You know.
did you share this or?
I did not share it. No.
No, okay. So it may or may not cross his path.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of the.
Did you see? I saw this today, and I got to be honest with you, it never even occurred to me. But there was Ian did a post where that you're no longer allowed to do the
What do you think
pre-sale
this is worth? The what do
posts.
you think this is worth post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which when you on paper, I'm like totally down with. I mean, it totally makes sense to me. Because that's now the fishing post
Yeah.
that's what it is, like the trolling. So, and I'm
Oh, Mark shared it. Oops. Thanks, Mark. It's okay.
no, that's all right. Anyway, so the so like I get that where it's like, okay, what can I, what's this worth? And then you turn around and just start, trying to gouge, or whatever whatever. I get it. There's just, there's bad actors, right?
Yeah.
The problem, what I did kind of like about that, because I actually answered one. Somebody had made it a post, and I was like, all right, I'll bite, tag me in it or whatever, right? And but the reason that I thought about it is because every time something gets posted or whatever, because of the way that the algorithm works, it's like if something comes up for, somebody's like, say, oh, I'm trading this or I'm selling this or whatever, you don't see it until 3 days later and it's already
Yeah.
gone. Unless you're literally on the page like 24/7 hitting refresh on recent posts, right?
hmm
And who does that in real life? You know? So
Well, that's why topics are so important in the tags. You can follow a topic. It wasn't for artist sketch cards to get a pass. Um, I think the reason Ian turned that off is because there's too many bad actors, like you said.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they do. They say, "What is this worth?" So if I go in there and say, "Shit, I'd pay $800 for that," right?
Well, it also leads to the, what is this worth? And you say, oh, it's worth 800, right?
hmm
But then immediately that person turns around and gets into, somebody else comes along and says, via private message, I'll give you 900 for it,
Yeah, exactly.
kind of
That's
a
the
thing.
problem.
So yeah, so I mean, it's like, and that goes to the whole reasoning for the all sales post must be public and with a price. It's not, you can't just auction it off there.
Yeah.
You come up with a price and you say this is what it's going to be and go from
Well,
there. And then I still think that to some degree, people may PM and say, dude, they still probably do a little bit of the
yeah, it still happens,
backdoor
and then some
deals.
people
But I mean,
respect the rules, and some people don't.
it's as clean as you can make it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, especially, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole the Spider-Man Unbound thing is was that last straw. You know what I mean?
No, very possible.
Because that got way out of hand. I mean,
But we don't
you know,
talk about them, Bob.
don't talk
Oh,
about what.
hang on. Paul's got a question. First of all, Paul, let me correct you. It's not Mr. Warner. It's Lord.
Yes, it's
Lord.
Lord of Kerry
It's Lord J. Lynn Warner of Kerry.
or Jalen Warner, Lord of Kerry. Like I said, we had a group on, so
So Paul's asking, could I take a card that you have drawn that I've received from you and blow it up to make a shadow box picture of it? Not for resale. It's for myself, but it's your work. If not, that's fine.
um, to be honest, dude, it's yeah, whatever. It's my work and stuff, but uh, dude, you own it. You do what you want. Especially if it's for yourself. I mean, if it's, if you did turn around and did like do the because I've seen, and you've seen this too, Dre. I've seen people like literally take other people's work and do that and like sell prints like at
Yeah.
conventions and stuff. And it's like that's where you get into the shady thing. And to be honest, you don't even have to worry about me. Like the rest of the world would come after you on that stuff because that's a pretty big deal. I mean, you think that you get dumpster fires on the group about a lot of the stuff it gets on. Just start do the whole I'm ripping off art thing and see
Yeah.
how far you get. So yeah, no, dude, do what you do your thing, man.
But share a picture of it.
Yeah, definitely share the because I mean, especially if it's a sketch card or something you've blown up. Yeah, dude, that because I mean that would be especially related in group, right? Here's a reproduction.
Well, forget that. I just want to see it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
then
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, what was wasn't it oh yeah, was it something like what was the what's the price on the Baby Yoda or something? Because it wasn't it a Baby Yoda meme or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Tim Rails is watching. Hello, Timothy.
Timothy. Why is that name so familiar?
Tim Rails, I think he's related to Jim Rails.
Right. Okay.
So, wait, Jim, which one's which?
Jim
I'm looking
is
at
Jim, and Tim is Tim.
right, but I think Jim, I think is the Captain Marvel collector,
Oh,
and Tim, what's his character? I don't remember. He'll tell us. I think I could be wrong. I mean,
is there a set number you can print before it's considered criminal? Criminal
wait,
is
who's asking what?
so okay. So Mark is asking, isn't there a set number you can print before it's considered criminal? Um, it's more than one. Is technically
It theoretically it's if you print one and sell it, that's criminal.
no, more than one. One
Really?
copy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, did I get hello? I think I got a bad feed. Either that or Drez.
You there?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay. Sorry. No, it was me. I unplugged my mic.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you
because it
take
wasn't.
copy,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if you take copyright by definition, is copies. A single copy of one is okay.
Okay.
That's copyright. But I think the issue that people forget is that there's copyright and then there's trademark infringement or IP
Yeah.
infringement, which are two separate things.
Yeah, definitely. Because,
Yeah.
like, for instance, okay, so like if I were to go to a convention and I had 100, technically speaking, and I had 100 prints of Captain America that I was selling. Okay, that's
So,
what?
but is it your art?
It's my art.
Yeah. So the fact that you have 100 prints of them, technically, nothing wrong with it because you can make as many prints of your work as you want.
Yeah, but it's the IP thing.
The IP is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I was going with it. Was
Yeah.
that's the IP infringement. Now and now if I turn around and like was doing prints of like say Forney's stuff and selling it, then it's both. You get nailed on both, really.
Yeah, or if you go on Google and you go Captain America and you find a picture, then you print that on 100 T-shirts and sell them.
Yeah.
Then, then you're violating copyright, trademark, IP, and tons of licensing laws.
Oh yeah.
But I think from a con point of view,
But in all fairness, just look at Etsy. Everything is
yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's one of those things that unfortunately goes so unchecked that until somebody complains, nothing happens. What's going on, Matt? Matt Combs changed his avatar thingy.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
yeah, and then every time he pops up, it looks like, oh, good, it's a spam bot. But no, it's him. Because it looks like a corporate brand or something. I don't know what it is.
No, I think it's kind of a movement. It's Pilots Lives Matter or something.
Oh, okay, Delta Pilot something. Oh, Jim's here. You didn't miss anything, Jim.
There
We're
he
just
goes.
trying to figure out whose character
No,
is.
Jim's the Captain Marvel character collector.
Okay,
Because
so
I've
Jim
done,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Jim is Captain Marvel, and Tim, we decided that is not a character collector, but his daughter collects Storm, so he collects Storm by proxy. We're fighting for best rails.
Oh my goodness. Tim, Jim, and Kim.
It's
Hmm.
kind of funny.
You know what? It's
I like it.
hey, that's way cooler than mine. My siblings have the same initials, JLW. So
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Whatever. Freaking boomers, man.
Boomers.
Boomers.
Okay. Why are you blaming this on boomers?
Because my parents are boomers.
Oh. Uh, I had an English teacher in high school. I can't remember his name, but his initials were LSD, and he was very proud of it.
That stands for Lakeshore Drive, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You either unplugged or I'm lagging again.
That's you this time. Yeah, your hand's not even moving. Did we lose Warner? Or is it me or is it him? Slim would have been epic. Slim Rails. Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, okay. So I just freeze up. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
it's you.
Yeah.
Slim Rails.
Rails. I like that.
Dim Rails.
Slim Jim. Slim Jim Rails.
I think
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
went to Slim Jim Rails.
Slim Jim.
Zim would be cool. Invader Zim, yeah.
Oh, Zim. There's a Zim. That would, I can't go there.
Earthworm Jim.
So many jokes that you just want to make, and it's like you can't do it because PC.
Yeah. Behave, Warner.
I know. Dude, I get myself into so much trouble. It's ridiculous.
Oh, can someone tag Amanda Z? Great
Oh,
gamer.
boy.
Matt, if you're still there, can you tag Amanda?
She seemed pretty happy with the painting, by the way.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. So, I mean, she said she liked it, so, I mean, she must be ecstatic. Only because,
Thanks, Tim.
I'm digging the rendering on this, by the way.
On what?
On the Spidey.
Oh, I'm going to airbrush it, so this is just the base.
Makes
Yes.
sense. No, I mean, just in terms of the fleshing it out.
Oh, yeah, thanks. So I really want to do this one in the whole glaze, but doing it properly. Not water glaze, like medium glaze, and do the whole thing. Like I said, there's no rush for it.
So you can always fix it if you screw it up.
No, there's no fixing, but it's just you got to be patient with it because it works. You really got to be patient.
Is this the thing that you picked up from Ariel?
Yeah, that's the aerial
Okay.
thing. So I got before I grayed out the poor shadows and started doing that. I did a photocopy. So I'm gonna cut the top of the buildings, like the top part. So I'm gonna have a mask like this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
right. So I'm gonna airbrush the whole thing, probably purple. Then I'm gonna put this on, do the top lighter. So basically, it's gonna give me the skyline,
Right.
and I'm hoping that the gray is gonna be enough to give me purple and dark purple to create the background depth. Go maybe lighter blue in the sky area,
Hmm.
and then he's gonna have purple on him because of the initial paint, and then just start glazing blue and red till it looks good.
So I have a question for you. When you do this stuff, because what are you? First of all, what pencil are you using to do your gradients?
What for this?
Yeah, right.
That's a
Currently.
Coley Race Black.
Oh, okay. See, I still use graphite.
Graphite smudges too much.
Yeah.
But honestly, if because I'm doing I could have done this one in graphite. Probably would have been easier and more consistent. But because I'm gonna spray it, do a layer of airbrush,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
it's gonna
So,
seal it right in.
but
But
my question is that do you generally do like the marker line work and then do your tonal values in pencil?
no, I don't usually use markers. Like even the
Okay.
line work on this, I don't usually do that. Like I do everything in pencil normally. But
Oh
I
yeah,
will see.
Matt's talking about the clubhouse thing. I think he's actually
Yeah.
got one scheduled for like I think now actually.
Well, now we said that it's going to be more like 8:30.
Yeah, yeah. 2020 30. Um the no, the reason I ask is because I started doing this using the marker for the outlines, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for the stuff that you absolutely have to, because like when you start playing with your tones and stuff, I mean, you start covering up all your tones anyways to
Yeah.
some degree. So I mean, it's just kind of there to kind of give you some guidance and then whatnot, but you got to have those edges sorted,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I actually just started doing the marker thing because I mean used to do the marker, then just go straight to paint. Then I started doing just the tonal pencil thing. But now I'm gotten back to doing the ink and pencil. So and that's what I did with this one as an example. But and again, it's so silly because you're working in watered down paint. But it's like, oh well, he's the Red Skull, so I'm gonna go ahead and ink him in green, as with the complementary color and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, you're gonna cover the whole thing up anyways. Just go black.
Yeah. I mean, the other way to do it, I guess, is to do all black, right?
Right.
Mm, and just do your blacks black, like all your core shadows black. So like the foot here, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay, Mark. um, do this whole thing black, but then not glaze. Just do paint with a
Yeah.
bit of water because it's got some transparency, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
this will just get grayed out, and then darken it or lighten it. Which I do
Yeah.
when I do underpainting. I do it that way because I'll do the underpainting painting in mixed colors, right? Sometimes,
Right.
well, depending on like I'll usually do the underpainting in black, blue, and maybe burnt umber. Like do the
Yeah.
faces in burnt umber and then everything else in black or blue.
Yeah.
But
If I do a full underpainting, I usually just do it as an ink wash.
yeah, or ink, same thing.
Yeah. Just a acrylic ink wash, and it's usually just a sepia because you can kind of go anywhere from there. Because I mean, to even if you're working with cool colors, you don't want it to look so cool that it looks fake. It's kind of
Yeah,
like that difference between like watching a movie and watching like a movie reel on like a video game. You know, where it just
Yeah,
looks
the
too perfect. I mean, you almost have
yeah,
to
you
have a
just
little.
I guess it depends on what look you're going for, really. At the end, I was actually thinking about that earlier today on a conference call because I'm not paying attention.
Right. Yeah, your mind starts wandering.
Um, 1 second.
1 second. Hmm.
Um, Sarah, I forget what I was saying.
You said that your mind was wandering on a conference call talking about warmer underpainting.
Oh no, not about the underpainting. About the style and the look that you're going for.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going because earlier I was on Instagram and some sketch covers came up and like these are like photorealistic renditions of stuff. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I all keep on meaning to do a couple of these, but then not that I can't, I just
Yeah.
don't really enjoy it. And I'm thinking stuff like I don't
There.
want to be known for that.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly who you're talking about.
No, well, not necessarily.
And
Um,
but and B, and because you know what? Because I went. Somebody had posted a little bit earlier that they had posted was it a Boba Fett thing, and they were basically asking who did this, and I thought I knew, but I had no.
so I'll tell you what triggered it, right? And
Okay.
Paul, I'm hoping to have this done long before next Friday. But if not, then yes. So I have this. What's his name? Bain, Carl
Uh,
Bain, Kale Bain,
yeah, I don't know. Blue guy
the,
with
the
red
blue the
red
blue guy
eyes.
from Star Wars. And I was doing
Yeah.
that sketch a couple of weekends ago, and I'd kind of drawn a drew a bit like finished the sketch really on a stream with Justin Spider Jew. A number, I can't remember what number, but and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna paint it and color it. But he was so popular for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
that half my Instagram feed was drawings of him, and I used a reference picture
Yep.
just like everyone else. I redrew the mouth, but I'm looking at them like there's all these
Oh my
renders
gosh.
of him, and while the techniques are slightly different, they're all kind of photorealistic or
Yep.
representative of the actual thing. So I'm
Yep.
like, how do I take this and make it
Your own.
well, still make it look like the character and have those characteristics, but I don't want to render it like looking at the photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. It's you know
So
what that's that is um the conundrum, if you will, of like Artist Alley, right? And that's the
well, and
I
then
went.
so sorry to interrupt. So and here's the thing, I'm like, and this is might be going a little too deeper than we should or you prepared for, but if you get a commission for, I want Deadpool. Let me choose Deadpool because he's so popular.
Right.
Deadpool 2 when he's got his hands over his mouth doing the Home Alone,
Yeah.
right? It's like, yeah, I can do that, and it can look like the movie Deadpool, like that still frame or publicity still or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. You can
But I
screen
don't.
cap it and copy it.
Yeah, screen cap it, copy it. Nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, right? Tons of,
No.
but if you were to go to someone like Jusko, De Vries, Palumbo, uh,
Oh, and say what?
Delotto, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, whatever, right? McFlaren and
Right.
say, I want a Deadpool and I want kind of more of I want the movie costume. Yeah, they'll give you the movie costume, but they're never going to try to do a reproduction because that's not their brand as an artist. And
Right.
I
And
think that's something that I'm trying to get a
trying
little
to
bit
build a brand.
more, but also be a little bit more aware of it is like, I need to stop looking at all this stuff because listen, they're cool
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and fans, people lose their mind, and you see the comments and the engagements, and people like it and they sell and stuff like that. But
hmm
without being a dick, or hopefully I don't come off as a dick, I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
that's the kind of work that's gonna get you commercial work.
Um, no,
You
no.
know what I mean?
You'll get commissions all day long.
Yeah,
If that's what if that's what you're going for. But if you're looking to like get on,
to
like
do a
just in,
cover or a set,
yeah,
box macaroni,
exactly,
I don't think
exactly.
that's gonna do it.
No, no, you do have to brand yourself, and that's the thing is that and that goes back to the whole style discussion. Well, what's my style? And it's like, well, it's not really a style so much of as I think than it is what's your brand, right?
Yeah.
So it's a funny um thing, and I think that your brand is to some degree it's not even your work, it's just you. Um, but
Well,
the
the work reinforces the brand, I think, right?
right, right, right. That's what I'm saying is that, but I mean, it's still you're not selling your work, you're selling you, right? So, but yeah, I mean, and what I was going, ooh, what was that?
The ding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a notification.
Oh,
Oh, Sean,
yeah,
funny you rang that somebody say style.
Sean, damn it. Yeah, I know. No, but the I guess going back to what you were saying about doing the screen caps and stuff like that. That was the issue that I had and still to some degree have with like artist alley at conventions and stuff because like you can walk down an aisle and you can see that same image of Deadpool where he's pointing a Desert Eagle directly at the camera,
Yeah,
like over and over and over again. And people just have, you know, hundreds of these prints made up and they're selling like hotcakes and, more power to them. But it's like that's what kind of turned me off of doing prints in the first place was that whole thing where it's like you can go down the aisle and you see just the same image just done by a different person.
yeah.
You
So,
know what I mean? And
and don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, right? So
no, 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 no,
everyone
no.
that's listening,
Neither
like
am
I'm
I.
not knocking it anyway. I think it's a choice, but I also think to a certain degree, a lot of new amateur, um, like because I'm an amateur too, but like new people, new artists, because
Yep.
they're people too. Artists are people too. Um,
Especially the new ones.
especially the new ones. They'll be. They don't think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
They don't think of it that way. They're like, "Oh,
well,
look at this cool
it's
Deadpool. I wish I could
it's
do that." And you do it.
it's you know what it's ignorance, and I don't use that in a derogatory way. I
Yeah,
mean they literally just don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah,
You know, um, it sucks. Howdy, Sean. Style. Everything you don't know how to draw equals everything you don't know how to draw. Yeah, I mean, it's like backgrounds, man. It's just not my style. Um, no, yeah, it, I don't know. It's an interesting thing, and I was talking about this the other day. The whole, yeah, I don't remember, but
anyways, yeah, that was my brain fart for today.
dude, this is probably the most in depth sketch card I think I've done. And mainly because I just wanted to see if I could do it. Yeah,
That's what
because I
Jessica
mean,
said on the phone. Can you bring that up to the camera? Because it's hard to see the detail. Yeah, man, that's tight. That's really nice.
so I mean, it's just I mean, you know how it is. I mean, you do a pack set and you gotta jam through a
Yeah, you
bunch.
can't
And
do like that on a pack set. And even if you can,
no,
it's not going to be like 20 of them. Maybe you'll do one or two like that.
yeah. But I mean, it's one of those things where you need tiny brushes, and I don't have tiny brushes. I
Tiny
gotta
brushes.
ask you because I don't understand the numbering system. Like I've got like as an example, I was trying to figure this out just last night. So I got this set here, right?
Yeah.
And and then it's got like these numbers like 10, 0, 5, 0, 3, 0, 0, and 1. I don't know what that means. Is the 10 0 smaller than the 5 0? Or is the 5 0
No, it should
bigger
be.
than the 3 0?
Is it 2 comma or 2 over? Don't, none of those are less than a 1.
Oh,
But no,
okay.
no, that's just the. So you have a 10 over 0, 5 0, 3 0, a 0, and a 1. No.
No,
So
what?
let me see the brushes.
I mean, they all look like they're pretty much the same thickness.
Are
Now,
these
these are all.
like budget brand? Yeah, they're budget brushes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
why.
mean,
So the
well,
sizes are all because so they're all rounds, I think. And rounds
yeah,
are, let me
those
see
are
if
all
I have any
rounds.
new ones, right? I think I've so there's rounds and liners. That's the really your detail brushes.
Okay.
Um, so this is a one liner,
Okay.
right? You see it's really long,
Yeah.
but a one round is going to be the same thickness, just not going to be as long. Now,
So
a
now
one round,
rounds won't keep their tip as long. Is that the deal?
none of them will keep their tip long.
Well, yeah.
Because you gotta let me see. I have a new one round. Well, sort of. So there's a one round.
Right, but I mean, I guess the question is like, because I look and it's like, because I'm looking at the packs because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I think it's getting to the point where I just need to like buy the single brushes.
Yeah, I'd say if you go buy the single brushes like Art Lobby or whatever, you buy the individuals. Just
Yeah,
check the tips, man. I hate buying single brushes, especially in Michaels.
yeah.
They're like the nibs are broken, the things are all messed up.
Yeah.
So just check them all.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
if
I do that. I mean, because especially what was it Billy's interview with Bella when he
Bella,
was talking about the brushes,
yeah,
and she was like, so apparently you use the Winsor Newton Series 7, and it's like, yep, everybody does. And that's more for watercolor. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't use that for acrylics unless I was rich. But I mean, like, here's mine, which I use these for inking. So my
yeah.
Series 7, and this is what is this number? This one's a number 2. Okay, and it's like these are hands down the greatest brushes like ever made for like watercolor and stuff like that. Hands down. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
they have acrylic brushes as well.
right. But what I'm saying is that it's kind of like the 400 series versus a 300 series.
Yeah.
In Strathmore, right? Um,
And
but
no,
but
sorry,
that's
sorry.
like a
I gotta correct Sean, who says buy good brushes. I would disagree. I'll say buy a couple of good brushes, not all of them. So sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I mean, but you're talking about like that brush that's a $30 paintbrush,
Yeah,
and there's a reason it's $30, that's for sure. But that's not something that you want to turn around and smoke. You don't want to smoke $30 brush worth, painting in acrylics on, 3 sketch cards, and then it's smoked. You know,
Yeah. But also, I would suggest you get some filbert brushes.
somewhat.
Filberts
What's a filbert?
or cat's tongue. They're like this. They're like a flat, but rounded corners.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, these are great. Nice smooth blends, like for coverage,
Okay, yeah.
because it has
Okay,
feathered edges. So like with a flat, it's like a marker. You
uh,
get the edges. With the
right.
filbert, it feathers the edges. Plus, you can turn it sideways. Um,
Mm-hmm. Get a little more detail.
you can get really fine with it, right? So this way, you can get a nice flat blend, or this
Okay.
way. I mean, this one's not wet, but if I wet it, you can actually still get a very fine line. See, like from this angle, it's almost like a round.
Yep.
And
And
then this,
see, folks, I really don't know what I'm doing.
well, not like I know much more. I've just been painting for a little longer, so that's the crap I picked up. Sean's gonna come in here with his fancy Raphael brushes.
Yeah.
Ooh la
Is he
la.
jumping on?
I
Does
don't
he
know.
want to jump in?
Sean, do you want to jump on? What time is it? 6:30.
Not for long. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna try to drop off something at Staples, but I'm not gonna make
he's
it.
got a if he, whether he gets on or not, he should at least drop a link for his live stream this evening.
Yeah, drop that link. Bobbity bop.
Drop it. Drop
Drop
it.
like it's hot. I think my package from
Your
Casa
package.
del Rodney is waiting at the post office for me to sign
Mm.
for. I don't know why Tina made it like signed. Really looking forward to opening that. I'm gonna open that on a live. But I think I've basically worked this as much as I can.
Now you got to cut your mask.
Yeah, that's not gonna take long. But I don't have the airbrush here, so I gotta
Yeah.
go home. Right. It's the last thing I need is to start airbrushing at the office. Get paint everywhere. Everywhere.
Hmm. Yeah. Need a spray tent. I was watching. Oh gosh, what was it? It was the video. I think it was the one that I was. I may have told you about it a while. Oh, I don't remember where it was, but it was a guy that was like kind of bouncing back and forth between airbrush and acrylics and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And he had like he had a certain section of his basement that was kind of like blocked off for airbrushing.
Yeah, I airbrush in the laundry room over the sink. I have a big, like a big box, like
Yeah,
2 by 2 by 2, and I
yeah,
just put that on the sink. I airbrush in it. I got the vent going. I put my
yep,
mask on, and that's it. Like the stuff is not. It's not like spray paint, right? But still, it aerosolizes. I don't really want to be inhaling all my carbon black and whatever paints.
yeah. But check your filter on your vent.
Yeah, that's got some color to it.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I still have to change my air filter in my fridge. I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's the first time I heard of. How often are you supposed to do that?
I don't know when the light comes on that says change air filter.
Oh, okay. Guess it keeps things fresh.
I wanted, I don't know. I mean, it said because I knew that there was a water filter, and we got like a stock of those, for the ice maker.
Yeah.
And it generally says like, every 6 months you got to swap it out. So I'm assuming that the air filter might be the same. It's kind of like the check engine light on your
Yeah.
fridge. Yeah, I'll deal with it later.
Just put some electrical tape on it.
Duct tape and and wire hangers makes the world go round. I'm really feeling like I'm getting near the end of this, or at least to a point where it's okay, good enough.
You aren't, or you are?
I think I'm feeling like I should be,
Well,
I
let
also-
it sit.
but I also feel like I need to throw a little more black in this ink wash. And
Did you try that black and white thing we were talking about the other day?
black and white thing.
Take a picture of it, convert to grayscale to check the
Oh.
values.
No.
It works, man.
Yeah. No, I'll do that after.
So, if anyone's still watching, I think everyone's gone.
Okay. Well,
but-
somebody will watch at some point.
What I'm talking about is if you take, I don't know, is there anything I can take a picture of? This is black and actually even for this, right? Take a picture of your drawing. Right. So I took my picture, and I mean this one is pretty much black and white, but you take it into your phone or whatever, and you drop the, where is it? Saturation. Just strip out all the colors, and then you basically have a black and white image of your piece, and you can check the values to see if the darks, if it looks good in black and white. And then you can tell what areas you need to darken, which areas you need to brighten. Do I have anything colored that I could do this on? Nothing I can show. So Take my word for
No, it's
it wasn't for you; it was for the audience. I think it's you and Sean, and by the looks of it, Sean's playing with Indy. So
yes, and that goes back to the conversation that we had about just trying to up the contrast and make things pop a little bit more.
yeah,
So, but I mean, you don't want to do it in such a way that it looks like there's a hard line,
well, no, it's not about having a hard line. It's about blending it to like, are the darks dark enough,
Yeah.
and are the highlights bright enough, or do you have enough highlights?
The struggle is real, man.
Yeah, it's a true challenge. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. Was it 6:30? Yeah. See if I can make Staples and look to catch Sean and Rodney's stream a little bit tonight.
Catch a little
See
bit of
how much-
that. Maybe catch
yeah.
a little bit of Matt's thing.
Okay, so I have this teeny tiny pencil left over, and
Mhm.
I hate throwing it out, but it's kind of useless.
You get the pencil extender.
I did, but the pencil extender at this point is
Goes to the tip.
it's yeah. I can't sharpen it. It's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
at the tip. So, because I think the pencil extender works great if you keep the eraser on, because that gives you that extra half an inch or quarter inch.
Right.
But with these Kohl Erase, a lot of them, the erasers are like, you take them out brand new, and the erasers like just like cement.
Right.
So as soon
Right.
if I see that the eraser's like that, I'll pop it off, so I don't try to use the eraser by mistake and
And screw everything up.
destroy the paper, right? So, anyways, okay, I'm out.
All right. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say to the group?
No, I mean, just go check me out on the socials, I guess. What is it? Art of Jalen Warner, art on the Book of Face. JL Warner 72 on the gram of Insta. And that's about it.
Good times. All right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.
See ya.